Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to be talking about today is the fact that, it may or may not be safe to eat food from a dented can. And I've gotten asked this question quite a few times because of the fact that, when we go shopping, sometimes all there's left on the shelves are dented cans, or, we're rearranging our pantries or whatever, and a can falls on the ground and it gets dented and it's like, oh no, one of those. So, the answer might actually surprise you. When it comes to opening up a can of beans, whether you're making it's Taco Tuesday or you're whipping up a quick like easy protein packed salad, it's a no-brainer. Beans are like incredibly versatile. They're nutritious, so it makes sense that they're like a staple in our pantries, right? However, what if the can is dented? Are you still able to break into that can of beans or whatever to prepare your meal? Well, it depends on the dent, okay? When it comes to a dented can, the size and the location of the dent matters the most, all right? So when you're looking at your can that has the dent, it always depends on the location of that dent. Usually dents on cans are caused by falling off the shelf, being hit. This can be problematic if it is in the seam of the can. Hang on, I'm going to get a can. Hang on. Okay, so here's a can. All right, if it's in the seam, like right here. Okay, it's on the seam. If it's on the seam, as it can allow bacteria to enter this can and potentially make you sick. So no, it's not okay. All right. So if your can has the dent in the seam, toss it. All right. Now, if there isn't much damage, you'll be okay. If the can contains food, it has a small dent, but it's otherwise in good shape, like if the dent's right here, all right, it's fine. So if you have a can of tuna that has a tiny bend and a harmless spot, it seems otherwise it's fine, feel free to open it up, but still examine it. Look at it, smell it, that type of thing. Any larger dent, it could be worrisome. If the can has a deep dent, it should be discarded. Let me see. I think that can has a dent. Let me look. I had to get one of my bigger cans out. Okay, now you see right here. You can actually see it. It's right here, okay? It's fine, all right? Okay, but these cans, I mean, literally, like because I have a lot of my food shipped to me. Like if I go, hang on, like I go on samsclub.com, okay, and I put my order in, those things, when they get shipped to you, they're going to get knocked around. That happens. It's fine. It's normal. All right. It's not going to affect the food that's in there. Now, like I said, if it was around the rim here, toss it. So if you have a deep dent that is defined as one where you could put your fingernail into it, can it? No pun intended. So why is this something that you should avoid? Well, deep dents often have sharp points and a sharp dent on either the top or the side seam that can damage the seam and allow bacteria that can enter the can. Okay. And while any sort of like canned food is susceptible to dents and damage, and it doesn't matter the type of food that's inside of it, whether it's canned meat, beans, fruits, veggies, it's just safety, all right? And only the dent itself is the factor here. So examine the damage. If you do end up bringing home some kind of a dented can, or something is delivered to your house and it's dented, Your best bet is to try and avoid purchasing damaged cans, but like I said, if it's delivered to your house, examine it to the best way that you can to completely nix the risk here, okay? However, if you drop it yourself and you notice the dent, use these rules as a guide to make sure you stay as safe as possible, okay? Because this is a question that I've gotten many times. You're like, oh, look, there's the dent, or look, it's been delivered and there's the dent. Okay, well, if it's been delivered, I would contact the company and tell them, look, this is what happened, okay? And 9 times out of 10, they will accept the product back and they'll send you something else. Now, if you drop it yourself, just examine it. If there's nothing like leaking out after you've dropped it, you should be fine, okay? All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping. And as always, fearless. Ciao.